Gal Gadot Varsano, née Gadot, Hebrew pronounced Aladot, is an Israeli actress, model and beauty pageant titleholder. Gadot was born on the 30th of April 1985 in Petah Tikva, where she first lived. She was later raised in the city of Rosh HaAyin. In Hebrew, her given name means wave, and her surname means riverbanks. Prior to her birth, her parents had Hebraised their surname from Greenstein to Gadot. Her father is Michael Gadot, an engineer, and her mother is Irit, née Weiss, a physical education teacher. Gadot has a younger sister named Dana. Gadot's father is a sixth-generation Sabra. Her maternal grandparents were born in 20th century Europe. Her grandfather survived the Holocaust following his imprisonment at the Auschwitz concentration camp during Nazi Germany's occupation of Czechoslovakia, while her grandmother managed to escape the continent before the outbreak of World War II. Gadot has stated that she was brought up in a very Jewish, Israeli family environment. Growing up in Israel, she learned and danced jazz and hip-hop for 12 years, and her first jobs were working at a local Burger King as well as babysitting. She graduated from Begin High School in Rosh HaAyin, majoring in biology. As Jewish high schools in Israel often take their sophomores on trips to Holocaust memorial sites, Gadot went to Poland to gain a first-hand understanding of two Nazi concentration camps, Auschwitz and Majdanek. About the experience, she reminisced, "I stood there on top of a mountain of ashes. I, an entitled child, felt the suffering the Musulman experienced back then. When it was time to give my speech at the memorial ceremony, my eyes filled up with tears, and I could not control the shivering. I returned home more mature and cried with my grandfather about that, coming a full circle from his childhood to mine." At 20, Gadot was conscripted to the Israel Defense Forces as a combat fitness instructor as part of her mandatory 2 years of military service. She has said that her military background helped her to win the role of Giselle Yasha in the 2009 film Fast and Furious, stating, "I think the main reason was that the director Justin Lin really liked that I was in the military, and he wanted to use my knowledge of weapons." After her military service, Gadot studied law at IDC Herzliya College in Israel, now Reichman University. Gadot entered the Miss Israel National Beauty Pageant at 18, under the impression that it would be a fun experience, and stated in a Glamour interview, "I never thought I would win." She subsequently won and went on to compete for Israel in the Miss Universe 2004 pageant that took place that year in Ecuador. She has led international campaigns as a model for Miss 60, Huawei smartphones, Captain Morgan rum, Gucci fragrances, Vine Vera skincare and Jaguar cars. In 2015, she became the face of Gucci's bamboo perfume brand. She has been featured as the cover girl on Cosmopolitan, Glamour, Bride Magazine, Entertainment Weekly, Clio, Fashion, Lucia, FHM. Gadot was the main model for fashion brand Castro from 2008 to 2016. In 2013, her combined annual modeling and acting salary was estimated at NIS 2.4 million. In 2007, a then 21-year-old Gadot was in the Maxim photo shoot, Women of the Israel Defense Forces, and was then featured on the cover of the New York Post. In 2017, Gadot was placed at number 1 on FHM's 100 Sexiest Women in the World list. In 2018, Gadot became a brand ambassador for Revlon and Reebok. She appeared in advertisements for Revlon's Live Boldly campaign and Reebok's Be More Human campaign. After Gadot had completed her first year of college, a casting director contacted her agent to have Gadot audition for the part of Camille Montes in the James Bond film Quantum of Solace. Although she lost the part to Olga Kurilenko, a few months later, Gadot starred in the 2008 Israeli drama Babat. 3 months later, the casting director from her Quantum of Solace audition chose Gadot over 6 other actresses for the role of Giselle Yasha in the action film Fast and Furious, the 4th film in the Fast and Furious franchise. Gadot performed some of her own stunt work in those films. In 2010, She had small roles in the action comedy Date Night and the action-adventure comedy Night and Day. 2011 brought her back to the Fast and Furious franchise, reprising her role as Giselle in Fast 5. She reprised the character in 2013's Fast and Furious 6. In 2016, Gadot portrayed Wonder Woman in the superhero film Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Gadot received swordsmanship, kung fu, kickboxing, capoeira and Brazilian jiu-jitsu training in preparation for the role. She was almost cast as Faora Al in Man of Steel, but she rejected the part for her pregnancy. Antje Trauer was cast instead. Gadot's performance as the superhero, which was the character's first appearance in film, was singled out as one of the best parts of the film. Gadot, fellow Wonder Woman actress Linda Carter, DC Entertainment President Diane Nelson, Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins and UN Undersecretary General Christina Galik appeared at the United Nations on the 21st of October 2016, the 75th anniversary of the first appearance of Wonder Woman, to mark the character's designation by the United Nations as its honorary ambassador for the empowerment of women and girls. The gesture was intended to raise awareness of UN Sustainable Development Goal No. 5, which seeks to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls by 2030. The decision was met with protests from UN staff members who stated in their petition to UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon that the character is not culturally encompassing or sensitive, and served to objectify women. As a result, the character was stripped of the designation, and the project ended on the 16th of December. She then had a small role in John Hillcoat's crime thriller 999, where she starred along with Kate Winslet and Aaron Paul. Later that year, she co-starred in the action crime thriller film Criminal, as the wife of Ryan Reynolds' character, alongside Kevin Costner, Gary Oldman, and Tommy Lee Jones. Her final film of the year was the action comedy Keeping Up with the Joneses, in which she played a secret agent, alongside Zach Galifianakis, Jon Hamm, and Isla Fisher. Critic Alex Welch wrote on IGN about Gadot's performance. The script unfortunately banks mostly on her looks and deadly skills as a spy for her jokes, but Gadot manages to make it work. In 2017, Gadot starred in a solo film for her character, Wonder Woman. She reprised the role in the ensemble film Justice League, which was released in November 2017, and was her third DC Extended Universe installment. That same year, Gadot was invited to join the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. In 2018, Time magazine named Gadot one of the 100 most influential people in the world, and Forbes ranked her as the 10th highest paid actress in the world, with annual earnings of $10 million. In the same year, Gadot voiced Shank in the Walt Disney Animation Studios film Ralph Breaks the Internet. Gadot appeared in the music video for Maroon 5's song, Girls Like You, 2018, featuring Cardi B in 2020. Forbes ranked Gadot as the third highest paid actress in the world, with annual earnings of $31.5 million. On the 11th of October 2020, Gadot was confirmed to be reuniting with Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins on Cleopatra, an epic film centered on Cleopatra, which was originally going to be distributed by Paramount Pictures. Later, Jenkins moved to produce the project with Carrie Scoglin set to direct. In 2021, Gadot starred alongside Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds in the Netflix action comedy film Red Notice, written and directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber. It was a commercial success, but was panned by the critics. Benjamin Lee, writing for The Guardian, opined that she was sleepwalking through the motions and was adept only when fighting. The following year, she co-starred with Kenneth Branagh, Armie Hammer, Ali Fazal, Tom Bateman, and Annette Bening in the 2022 mystery film Death on the Nile, which was also directed by Branagh. Los Angeles Times chief film critic Justin Chang deemed her underwhelming in the film. In 2023, Gadot made uncredited cameo appearances as Wonder Woman in Shazam, Fury of the Gods and The Flash. She also returned to the Fast and Furious franchise with a cameo appearance in Fast X later that year. She played the lead role of a double agent in Netflix's action film Heart of Stone. The film received mostly negative reviews, with Owen Gleiberman stating, "Gadot is game. But there's a slightly downbeat earnestness about her that doesn't mesh with the reflexive quippiness of the dialogue." Gadot will star as the evil queen in a live-action adaptation of Disney's 1937 animated film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and also produce and star in a remake of Alfred Hitchcock's 1955 film To Catch a Thief. In October 2019, Gadot formed a film and television production company, Pilot Wave, with her husband Yaron Varsano, and said she will star in and co-produce an Apple TV Plus limited series about actress and inventor Hedy Lamarr, as well as the Warner Bros. Historical thriller film Irina Sendler, following the life of World War II humanitarian Irina Sendler. In 2020, Gadot co-produced, as well as starred, in the film Wonder Woman 1984. In 2008, Gadot participated in TFO's Tarfestigal, Harpatka Ba Metzalo, Festigal 2008, the highest-grossing annual Israeli musical show for kids during the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah, where Gadot took part as one of the local Israeli celebrities, and she acted, sang and danced, dressed as a mermaid. Gadot was named as celebrity endorser for Smart Water in 2020, replacing Jennifer Aniston, who had served in that role since 2008. Gadot married Israeli real estate developer Yaron Varsano in 2008. "It was all about yoga, chakras, and eating healthy," Gadot said of the party. "We didn't exactly find ourselves there, but we found each other." When asked if she knew he was the one, the actress said, "I think I did, but I was too young to get it. He did. He's 10 years older than me." Gadot and Varsano welcomed Daniela, their third daughter, in June. The actress announced the birth of their baby on Instagram, sharing a sweet snap of the family of 5 in bed: herself, Jeren, and proud big sisters Alma and Maya. "My sweet family, hand with fingers splayed, medium light skin tone. I couldn't be more grateful and happy, and tired zany face. We are all so excited to welcome Daniela into our family. I'm sending all of you love and health." They have 4 daughters, born in 2011, 2017, 2021, and 2024. The two formed their own film and television production company, Pilot Wave, in 2019. Gadot and Varsano owned a boutique hotel in Tel Aviv, Israel, which she helped run, that eventually was sold to Roman Abramovich in 2015 for $26 million. Gadot is an avid martial arts enthusiast. She possesses a black belt in both karate and Krav Maga. She has served as a trainer and combat instructor for the Israel Defense Forces, IDF. Her extensive background knowledge in martial arts played a key part in helping her land the role of Wonder Woman. On the 26th of June 2023, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce announced that Gadot would receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Class 2024, making her the first person of Israeli descent to receive the honor. In 2023, Gadot was awarded the Lifesaver Award by Elam, Youth in Distress in Israel. During the 2014 Gaza War, Gadot posted on Facebook a picture of herself and her daughter praying in front of Shabbat candles in support of the IDF, accompanied by a comment that quickly accumulated over 200,000 likes as well as more than 15,000 comments of both support and criticism.